Pierre Lamarche was Victoria Mboko's childhood coach at the Ace Tennis Academy in Burlington, Ontario, former national champion in this country, former member of the Davis Cup team. Good morning, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Now, wait a second. You're in Washington, right?
I'm in Washington, D.C.
Oh, so you probably didn't get a chance to see the match last night.
I followed it point by point, looking at my phone and at the tennis channel.
I bet. I hope you have to find a way for the final tonight. But now, even though you weren't able to see it for yourself, following it along, you know the results. Someone you've known pretty much all her life, winning and heading into the final. What's your overall reaction to that, Pierre?
Well, to be honest with you, I knew that last night was going to be a very tough match. She had lost to her last week in Washington, or 2 weeks ago. And her style was one that would be a little bit more difficult for Vicky. But her performance and really her attitude of no fear just showed up again. And she just hates losing so much that she competes at a level that I've never seen an athlete compete.
And it's taking her right into the final. I wanted to ask you about that because that's really been a hallmark, this mental toughness, even when she's down. I mean, she lost that first set. She had to go to a tiebreaker to win it. But that competitive spirit and that tenacity, did you see that when she was just a little girl and starting the sport?
I always tell people the story when Vicky used to, first of all, start on the court. She started playing with her sister, who was a very good player at the national level. And she was 10 years older than her. And she hated losing to her sister to the point that she would kind of sulk after losing to her, not understanding that there was a difference. But she kept at it, and eventually she conquered her sister.
And she's conquering, Coco Gauff, number 9 last night. Ahead of her is Naomi Osaka. We'll talk about that in a second. But tell me about the connection to the Mboko family and how it was that you came to coach her and really became involved in her development at the early stages.
Well, quite simply, we had a club in Toronto at the time that we ran in Vaughan, and a family, the mother approached me and told me that she had 3 children that played tennis. And she was not talking about Vicky. And the 2 boys and the older sister were very good tennis players. In fact, played at the national level and went on to college, university, all 3 of them. And she asked me what she should do because she didn't know what to do. They had just moved from Toronto. And when she told me she had 3 kids and I felt for their situation and so forth, I just said, just move to Burlington. And we'll take care of you. And in September, she was there at the beginning of the year with her 3 kids and Vicky, who was then 4 years old. So that's how we all started. And Vicky, quite simply, would walk on the court when I would work with Gracia, her sister, and Gracia would be picking up the ball, and Vicky would go and stand at the baseline and simply demand that we feed her some balls. So that's how it all started. The family moved there. And they're a great family, very supportive, the type of family that you would do anything for because you know that coming from the Congo, which was very difficult for them, landing in North Carolina and then coming to Toronto, it was an opportunity to give something to a family, and they gave a lot to us as they were there.
Just love that story. I have this image of a 4-year-old on the baseline, feed me these balls. So did she ever say anything to you, or did you obviously must have detected even then that there was something in this young player. Did she say anything to you about her dreams for her tennis future or anything that you remember from when she was a little girl?
Well, one of the things that really fascinates me, and I'm so proud of, is when I heard her speak on television, and when I saw her comments about last night's match, is how much she has matured. When she was young, she never talked. She was not somebody that would talk. She just had that look that, she was right on to what she was going to do, and that was it. But she never talked. The only thing she showed emotion was when she lost. she hated losing. I thought that she hated losing more than she liked winning, actually.
Well, she hasn't lost yet, so we'll see. Tonight, 6 p.m., you've got to find a television in Washington somewhere showing this match, Pierre, because you don't want to miss this. A final against Naomi Osaka, who has her own agenda here as she makes her comeback, too. But the two have never played. So if you were coaching tonight, your former pupil, your protege, what would you be saying to her? What's going to be key to give her a win tonight?
Well, to tell you the truth, since I don't know how she has been prepared, I would think that Natalie Tozia, who's with her right now, who was a world-class champion as well, would know what to say. And I think that Vicky is pretty, I would say, one-dimensional at this point. Power on her serve, power on her forehand, and power in her mental tenacity. I think she has to go with those assets. And if there's any weaknesses in Naomi, which I'm not sure exactly what they would be, then that would be something to look at. But I would think that mostly Vicky's going to have to play her game and play with the same abandon as she has shown up to date.
Just fantastic. You see the whole family in the sidelines cheering her on, and it's fun to talk to you as we look back at where it all began. Thank you so much, Pierre. I appreciate your early morning time with us.